Well, the Los Angeles Lakers are going to pick up the scraps here from a couple of different teams this week. The Brooklyn Nets and Detroit Pistons gave up on DeAndre Jordan. And then also the Memphis Grizzlies gave up on Rajon Rondo. So this is quite simple because I haven't even had a chance to talk about the Rajon Rondo news, y'all. I'm sorry. Music has been kicking my butt this week. I'm sorry, y'all. Two of the biggest artists in the world, and Kanye West and Drake dropped music. They're also not on the same page right now. They're beefing. So that creates for a very interesting week for me from a workload standpoint. But let's talk about both of these moves here. The Lakers were able to get Rajon Rondo from the Memphis Grizzlies in the buyout market. Rondo was traded from the Clippers to the Memphis Grizzlies a couple weeks ago. And then Memphis, for some odd reason, continues to just hand guys over to my Lakers. I ain't mad at it. It's my hometown team handing guys over to my team that I'm in love with, my Lakers. I ain't mad at that. Rondo wasn't going to play basketball in Memphis. I can tell you that now. You figure it out. He wasn't going to play. He was not playing ball in Memphis. So the Grizzlies and Rondo agreed to go their separate ways, and the Lakers got their guy back. I have a lot of interesting thoughts on this move. I'll give a couple quickly here. You know, I've told y'all that I think Rondo is the best teammate Anthony Davis has ever had, and I stand true to that. I believe that. And I got an interesting conversation that a lot of people don't want to have, and I'm a diehard Laker fan, but I put my credibility as a reporter and journalist first and personality first. By the end of this season, a real conversation will be had. Who should the Lakers play in the postseason? Rondo or Westbrook? Now, y'all don't want to hear that. I know that sounds crazy in September. It's not going to be crazy come May, June, in those latter months of the season. I promise you that. Because though Westbrook's the better player, Rondo might be better for that team. And he's definitely better for Anthony Davis, if nothing else. So I just want to say that Rondo gets Anthony Davis. Remember, Rondo believes AD is the best player in the world. Remember, I was somebody that was upset that we got rid of AD. Excuse me, Rondo, excuse me. But we brought him back. I don't know if this is the right scenario because now we're bringing it back. Rondo, man, it's going to be tough, man. I don't know where you're going to find minutes for Rondo right now. Do you play him over Kendrick Nunn? Like, there's a lot going on in Los Angeles right now. You got a lot of guards, man, and some undersized ones at that, man. You got Taylor Horton-Tucker, Westbrook. You know, that's a lot. You know, and then look at the other move the Lakers were able to make. So the Nets traded DeAndre Jordan to the Pistons. The Pistons bought him out. He's actually going to DeAndre's going to give back about $4 million left on his deal. So he's been bought out, and he's now planning on joining the Lakers really, really soon. So the Lakers will get some backup help at big. I don't really understand this move at all. You already have a big that does everything DeAndre does and then some in Dwight Howard. You got Dwight back. You know, you got a facilitator big man in Marc Gasol as well. I'm a little confused here. I'm not mad at strengthening, you know, your depth at center. Obviously, injuries are a real thing, but the Lakers are not the best free throw shooting team as is. Anthony Davis came back a couple percentage points. We obviously know LeBron James has his ups and downs. Rondo has his ups and downs. Again, there are some guys that can knock down free throws on the Lakers team, but they also got some guys that struggle. DeAndre ain't good at that. DeAndre, you know, one of the reasons why he's not in Brooklyn anymore is he was exposed in the postseason. You couldn't keep him on the court. Nets were like, yo, we'd rather have Nicholas Claxton on the court. And if not that, we'd rather have Jeff Green on the court. I don't know. I think this is one of those moves where, you know, an enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? And now with DeAndre kind of getting the boot in Brooklyn, he's like, yo, all right, I'm leaving Brooklyn. If I could go to another high market season or high market team in the Lakers, a big market city in Los Angeles, why not? I don't really think it makes sense from a basketball standpoint. I like Dwight a lot. I like Rondo a lot. I'm not really sure where DeAndre Jordan fits in the fold. You know, LeBron dreamed of having centers like Dwight and DeAndre while he was in Cleveland. But both of those gentlemen can't be on the court at the same time, if not either of them. Because in the postseason, the Lakers like to move Anthony Davis to the 5. So I don't know. You got a lot of personalities in that locker room. That's all I'm going to say. Like DeAndre's got a personality. You know, obviously, Dwight's got a personality. Rondo's got a personality. Carmelo's got a personality. Like, this is a lot. You know, AD's got a personality. He's one of the best players in the world. Bron's obviously got a big personality. Yo, you got a lot going on in one locker room. Like, when it's time to tighten up, who's going to tell some of these 35-year-olders, yo, we need to practice tomorrow. Who's going to do that? It ain't going to be Frank Vogel. You know, who's going to tell these guys, like, yo, shut up in practice? Get off your phone. Like, I'm just looking around. Who's going to do that? All these egos, all this money that's been made in all these gentlemen's careers, all this success that these guys have had individually and some with teams, that is a lot, man. I don't know. We shall see. So I'm up and down. I like the Rondo move. Would have liked it a lot better if the Lakers would have took instead of going and getting Westbrook, if my Lakers would have went and got Buddy Hield with that Kuzma-Harrell trade. I would have liked that a lot better and then went and got Rondo. But obviously they didn't know Rondo would be available. I'm just saying I would have liked the Lakers a lot more had it been Rondo, Hield, and then Bron, whatever you want to do with Melo, whatever, that's fine, Malik Monk, whatever. I would have liked that and AD a lot better than having Rondo, who won a championship, had some big games in the postseason, now back up Westbrook, a guy that historically he ain't got along with. That is a lot in one locker room. We shall see.